welcome back to the channel. In this quick tip video, I'm going to demonstrate how to change the global delay and reverb settings for the Roland S-1 synthesizer. The reason why you may want to do this is to improve the sound quality as you transition from one pattern to the next. So first, let me demonstrate what it's like to get that choppy pattern chaining sound that you may not want to have. I have a pattern loaded here on the S1. It's 16 steps long. What I want you to pay attention to is the delay and the reverb settings that are set for the pattern here allow these final notes on steps 14, 15, 16 to have a tail. It's going to just have that natural sounding tail that will still continue on as the pattern loops back around to step one and continues. It sounds normal. It sounds natural. Pay attention to that tail and how it sustains. All right, now as I transition from one pattern to the next, that can get abruptly chopped off. The S1 does not have automated pattern chaining, but you can still chain patterns together while you're playing live. So I have pattern 3 that's loaded here. I'm going to transition over to pattern 8 while pattern 3 is playing. So when the play button is active and pattern 3 is going, I can just hit the 8 button and it'll flash until pattern 3 completes, and then it'll switch over to 8. I do not have any notes on pattern 8, so this way it sounds rather abrupt, and you'll be able to hear the change between pattern 3 to 8. And what I want you to pay attention to is how the tail of these notes here at these last steps for pattern 3 don't sound natural. They abruptly get cut off as you transition from pattern 3 to pattern 8. So let's take a listen. And you can hear how harsh that is. So if you're trying to record using the S1 and you're punching in your patterns because you've sequenced everything in, or you're trying to play live, you're going to notice that choppiness as you transition from one pattern to the next. One of the possible solutions here is to adjust the global delay and reverb settings on the S1. So we're on pattern 8 here. Let's hold down Shift and get into the menu. So we're going to hold down Shift and hit the 15 button. And then once we're in the menu, we have to find the global delay and reverb settings. Let's cycle through using the knob. And there we go. This is the global delay and reverb setting. Let's hit enter to go into that menu. And let's turn the global and delay for the global delay and reverb on. And let's bring up the global delay and reverb. So we'll just bring these things up a little bit. And we're going to hit exit to get out of that menu, and then hit exit again to get out of that master menu. So we're back on pattern 8. Let's go to pattern 3. And what I want you to pay attention to as I transition from pattern 3 to pattern 8 now is that you should still hear a normal sort of sustain or tail to these last notes from pattern 3 as we transition over into pattern 8. So you still get a tail there that you can kind of hear. It sounds a little bit more natural as you're chaining your patterns together by using the global delay and reverb settings. All right, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.